Hello, this is Alex and welcome to Minecraft. Today we're going to do something different. I want to show you something I've been playing around with. So we're going to make a new world. This is the 14W20B snapshot. I'm still playing, the one I use when I play in my underground. But you can use any of the newer snapshots. So let's make a new map here and say, let's just go into creative actually, because I want to show you something. This is not to play, this is to show you something. Go into more world options and change to customized world over here. Now you can customize the world. And you may have seen all these sliders and buttons and things in here. The only thing I know anything about are the first two pages. They're pretty self-explanatory, but I'm still going to go over them quickly for you so you can play around with it like I've been. seaLevel, this is default. All these are default, by the way. You can go back to defaults. This will get you a normal Minecraft world, and you can change any of these to change how the world looks. So seaLevel you can move up or down if you want strongholds, minesHafts, ravines, caves like underground caves, villages, temples, dungeons. Yeah, you can see what it is here. LavaOceans, that's no by default, but you can get like huge oceans made out of lava instead of water. Default biome size is 4. Let's change that to 1, because we're gonna have some funny biomes then. And which biomes? You can have an entire map made out of whatever, desert hills or something. But we're just gonna go all river size, we leave that alone. Lava lake rarity, water lake rarity. This is the interesting one for me, dungeon count. Now this is how often Minecraft will try and create a dungeon in an area where a dungeon could possibly go. We're gonna hook that up to 100 for now, so we're gonna have way more dungeons, but we're not done. Next page, this is where you can tell what you want in your world and how often you want it. So whenever ground or the terrain needs to be generated, it goes over all of these. So it's gonna try, every time it's gonna spawn a chunk of an area of stuff, it's gonna try 10 times to see if it's dirt. And if it is, you're gonna have 33 dirt touching each other in like an ore of dirt. And this is how deep or how high dirt can possibly go in the world. Same here with gravel. It doesn't try gravel as much. Granite. You show the new stuff here. So we've got granite, diorite, and andesite. So we can take that down and say we don't want much of that in our world, because I think there's a little bit too much of it in vanilla Minecraft, so to speak. Where it should try and spawn coal from bedrock up to 128, and how often it should try it. So if you want more coal in your world, crank this up or less, or you can make the ore size of the coal bigger or smaller. Same with iron, that only goes to 64. Gold up to 22. If you want a lot of gold, you can just crank this up, you know. So there's redstone and diamond and lapis. Lapis is different from all the other ores here. The way lapis works is it centers lapis around a specific height, and that is 16. So below 16 and above 16, by 16 blocks, that means from 0 to 32, you will be able to find lapis. And it tries one time, and it will make a vein of max 7. So at 16 will be the max number of lapis in the world. And you can change that, of course. So we can say we center the height around, let's say 48, and we spread it by, let's say 48. There. So now it's going to go all the way down to bedrock and all the way up to 100 and whatever, 96 actually. And we can say we want more of it. I don't care about lapis. This is not the test here. And the same with diamond ore, but it follows the same rules as up here. Min height, max height up to 16. How big? Maximum 8. And how often? So we can, let's try and crank this up to 920. There, 20 times as much diamond. Okay. Now, we're not done here. We changed the things we want to change. Now we go to presets. And these are the presets that Mojang have made and put into the game for you. You can choose from. But all the changes we just made are represented up here in this line. Okay, so it's one long line, so you have to scroll through it. And there's a noise scale, and all of this is how to make the landscape look. I don't want to mess with that because you can really mess it up. But at the end here we come to all of the ores, and here's seaLevel. You saw that's the first thing you can change if we want caves or dungeons. And here we are, dungeonChance, how often it should try and create a dungeon with a chest and a spawner. The default was 7. We cranked it up to 100. That's not good enough. We're gonna say 2000. So we changed that from 7 to 2000. Okay, and if we go here along further, you'll see all the things we just changed. I know it's going fast here. Here we go. Dirt, size 33, dirt count, minimum height, maximum height, and so on and so forth. Everything we did is all in here. So if you made a good one, you can Control A and select this, copy, and then you can save it in a paper or a document, or send it to someone, or email it, and they can try out your world by copying this. And we can actually cancel all of this and say, oh, we didn't want that, and we can default this, and all of our settings are now done. But that doesn't do anything. We can go in here, select it all, delete it, and then paste what we did before. Okay, so we say use this preset. We're done. We don't need a seed. We're just going to generate this world called 1000 Dungeons. So on the surface of the world, this is going to look exactly like a normal Minecraft world. And there isn't going to be any changes here because we didn't change how often things should spawn on the surface. We're going to have a bit of lag because a lot of dungeons are being created and they're going to overlap. Chests are going to pop open and stuff is going to spit out on the floor, and so you're going to have some more lag here. So you need to decide how many dungeons you want or how extreme you want the changes to be, because it is going to demand more of your computer. And you can see I have lag here in just a normal Minecraft world. So we should actually be able to see Lapis here now, because we said that Lapis was okay to go up to 96, remember? And we're not at 96 yet. So if the changes were correct, we should see Lapis on the side of a mountain or something. I haven't seen it yet, but oh yeah, generation lag here. Okay, I don't see it. We need to find a way into the caves. What's that? That's more coal. I don't remember if we changed the coal actually, but I don't think we did. There's just a lot of coal. Okay, here. Let's actually get some light so we can see what we're doing, because this is gonna get funny. So here we have a dungeon already. Next to it is another dungeon, and below that is a dungeon. And in here there's some more dungeons over here. Because I changed the chance of a dungeon spawning in Minecraft from 7 to 2000, they're just gonna be everywhere. And I actually thought about making a series where I play in a world like this and have to get like, I don't know, 100 saddles, or set myself some goal, you know. Because this is almost like a challenge map or a survival map, you know, where you're gonna have all of these dungeons and you're gonna have to fight your way through all of this. You can see some of the stuff I pick up is simply because if this chest was over here and then this dungeon was created, it's gonna break that chest and the contents are gonna go on the floor, right? So we get this crazy amount of dungeons, and I really like this. I love dungeons in Minecraft. It's one of the most entertaining things in my opinion. And by doing this, you can just get a crazy amount of it. Look at this. It's almost like a super hostile map. All the loot you get and all the spawners you get to destroy, and yeah, in this world I wouldn't mind destroying a few spawners. And if you want to set up like a good XP farm or something, it would be really easy to find a spot where there's lots of dungeons here. You see, they're just absolutely everywhere. And oh, here's Lapis. See, we are at Why 58? And lapis would never spawn up here normally. Get out of my face. Annoying Skelly. So, the rules for where a dungeon can be spawned are still the same. It has to be completely encapsulated by other blocks. It can't be on the surface. But you can have them in, like, if you have tall mountains, for instance, you can get a dungeon in there, you know. You never see, if you see a surface dungeon, it's still covered by blocks all the way around it. Maybe in a desert sometimes you see it spawns under the sand, but then the sand collapses. But still, when the generation was putting the dungeon there, the entire area around the dungeon was covered. It's just a matter that the land then collapsed afterwards. I really love this. Oh, there's some more lapis in the roof there. Actually, what we should do is we should find a way to get down. Let's see if we can find a tall mountain around here. Speed up this traveling. And these biomes, see, they're right next to each other. So we got like mountain there with snow on it, and then we got a weird forest here where we got the pot soil, which can be hard to find. Let's see what else we get. Because we changed the biome size to 1, all of these are very close together, which makes for some weird terrain generation, but also interesting, I think. So sometimes I found a dungeon like up here at this height, and that just begs to be turned into some kind of spawner, you know, where you can have them fall or do something. I don't know, but I wanted to show you this option and how you use the different settings in the preset when you generate the world. There's of course much more to learn, and I don't know half about the stuff that is to learn, but I figured out a few things and I wanted to share it with you. This may have been a dungeon, no, but actually I want to go down. Let's see how far down we should go. I want to go down and see how much diamond we're gonna find, you know. 11 here. Put down a torch. And diamonds used to be pretty rare down here, you know. So we didn't change the amount of lava there is, but I think we cranked up the diamonds. Yeah, see, we found some here. And there's some here. So it's almost gonna be as common as coal, you know. Just because you cranked up that setting, that instead of trying once to spawn diamonds in, it's gonna try 20 times. I think we set it at. So it's gonna be much more excuse me, much easier to find. So yeah. Oh, there we go. There's some redstone, and you can hear, oh, there's some more diamonds. You can hear the dungeons everywhere around us here. Yeah, there's just mobs everywhere. It's simply because there's gonna be dungeons everywhere. Some more. Let's see. Yeah, see here. As soon as there's a cave, also the dungeon, one of the rules is that one of the sides that has the cobblestone needs to be exposed so the player can find it. If this was all covered in smooth stone, you would never find this dungeon. Or it would be much harder, you see. Oh, there's some more diamonds. There's gonna be diamonds everywhere now. Yeah. So, I think I'm gonna end the video here. I just wanted to tell you this, so you can make your own funny worlds, and if you have a hard time often finding something, well, then you can turn up the chance of you finding that, or down if there's something you don't want to find. I love dungeons, so that's what I concentrated on when I was trying to figure out these settings. But yeah, that's gonna be it, guys. I hope you had fun. I'm on fire. And I'll see you all in the next video. Take care. Bye bye.